All right, now I'm going to show you how I list items. So I have an iPhone and a Mac computer, which is great because they synchronize together. So what I do is that I take the photos that I have taken and I move them into this category. So I have to list, listed, miscellaneous, sold. I just used to list and listed. And so I'm going to show you something that I have listed before. But yeah, so I just move the photos over here and also include stock photography when I can find that. If I can't find stock photography, then I will usually just use photo room to take the background out, because I believe that studies have shown, and I don't know the exact statistic for this, but I've heard that items do sell well, like a lot better if they have a white background. It's better for SEO and just aesthetics. So, all right. So what I do is I have a lot of photos. Usually, it depends on the item. So I try to keep this at 12 photos tops. So I start on eBay. So I'll search for something similar to the item, Farm Rio dress. And it doesn't have to be exactly the same, as long as it's the same category, it's good. But a lot of times I'll use this also to see like the specific dress. I'll type in specifics and like type in solds to kind of see what it's looking like, but you can just choose any and then sell now. And then I will select all of these. I just hit the shift button and voila, and then I drag them over. Wait for them to load, and I just arrange them how I like. So I like to do measurements at the end, stock photography at the beginning, a picture of the front of the item and the back of the item, the tags, and there's another stock image, and any flaws. There's not any flaws that I found on this one. And so you can edit the title how you want and add as many keywords as you want. So for this one, it's like new with tags, Farm Rio, crochet dress, crochet mini dress, 3/4 sleeve, multicolor. You can get crazy with that. And there's 80 characters you can have on eBay. I've kind of experienced or heard that eBay favors just more like longer detailed titles and descriptions, while Poshmark doesn't, and their algorithm is always changing. So anyway, I tend to just keep the same title for each platform, and it's good if you can find the style name as well, and then you just change any details here. Oh, that's interesting. It's lowercase. So yeah, you just look through, change anything that you need to. And this is new with tags, so I'm doing new with tags. I'm pasting the title that I have and adding more of a description. I also have a shortcut for something, and I'll just do it right now. It's PSP. Please see photos for condition, details, and measurements, and then offers welcome. So yeah, I usually have more of a description, but I won't bore you. Buy it now. You can either do buy it now or auction on eBay. I typically do buy it now and set the price, allow offers, put the weight in, and you can choose first class. if it's heavier than 1 pound, or even if it is 1 pound, eBay is weird. But let's see, if it's 2 pounds, then I technically couldn't use first class, so we would delete that. And your options, there's a lot of different options, but I do a postal pickup every business day, and it's very helpful because I don't have to drive to the post office. It saves us a lot of time and gas, so that's great. So if it is over a pound, USPS Parcel Select Ground is your cheapest option for USPS services typically, unless it qualifies for medium mail, which is like DVDs, I think, and all that. So we're just gonna focus on, either USPS Parcel Select Ground. You can offer multiple services, or USPS Priority Mail. That's the basics of it. If you know that it can fit into a flat rate envelope, then you can select that. And yeah, so you can offer multiple ways to ship the item for the buyer to select. You can also offer free shipping by toggling that over. Let's see. I always ship with the global shipping program because it's really great. You don't have to deal with shipping the item yourself. You just ship it to eBay's processing center, which I believe is in Kentucky, and they take it from there for you. And I've been kind of a wimp in promoting my listings at 2%, which is the minimum. And then you hit list. And once that is listed, it will be on your Manage Active Listings tab, which is right here. I have a lot of different bookmarks for eBay because it's very confusing. So for selling, that's one of my top, is Manage Active Listings, and it brings me to this page. But I also have my selling overview, drafts, customer service, and eBay scheduled. So this is the main one that I use. The only way that you can get access to this is to sell at least one item on eBay. And to access this, sometimes it is hard to find. So my advice would be to, as soon as you find this page, bookmark it to save yourself a lot of headache. This is Ryan's eBay. He doesn't use it that much. And so I'm gonna show you how to get to the Manage Active Listings page, like with a fresh start. Okay, so we're gonna go to sell. Okay, so I'm scrolling down to the bottom, and we're gonna go to Business Tools. Start using Seller Hub. And you'll get a welcome message. It'll show you how to get started and give you a tutorial. And my favorite spot is listings, where you manage active listings. So my advice would be to bookmark this page as soon as you find it, because it can be hard to find sometimes. To relist on eBay, it's different than the other platforms, and it's actually easier without a software. So what you'll do is look at the end date, and like I sort by end date, ending soonest. And what I personally do is, like, it's the 15th today, and I look at all the February 16th things that are about to renew. And so I go over here, there's an arrow next to edit, and I click sell similar. I open link in a new tab. I do that for all of these that are renewing tomorrow. And then I select these, and I will end these listings early. Yeah, that's just what I like to do. I like to schedule these because then I start my day and I don't feel frantic, like, oh, I have to relist stuff before eBay relists it. So what you can do on here is kind of see, this has been sitting for a long time. It's not in the best shape, and I don't know. So I've dropped the price a lot on this. So yeah, if you want a J. Crew coat and it's still listed, like, go ahead and send me an offer. Yeah, so you can adjust the price. And if I just really want to get rid of something that's not worth much, I'm not gonna do that with this coat, but like you can do $9.99 and don't allow offers, and I'll take off offers welcome. And that's just my personal thing. You can do whatever you want to do, but I'm gonna keep this. Let's do 43, just change it up a little bit. Looks like the sold price, it'll show you, is like 27. So actually, let's do that. $27. No offers. And we'll see how that does. It's also an extra small, which is maybe why it's not selling so quickly. So I'm scheduling that for tomorrow. You can adjust the time if you want to. And then we will list, and it'll become live tomorrow morning. So yeah, I just do that for all of these, and that is how you relist on eBay. The benefit of doing this is that people see a new listing, and when it automatically relists, it's treated as an old listing that has renewed. So when you do this, it's like, ooh, this is a totally new listing, and it promotes it that way. So that's the main benefit of doing sell similar for your existing items on eBay.
So that's just about everything you need to know in order to get started listing and selling. I know it's a lot of information at once, and honestly, you don't need all of the shelves and the bins and all that stuff until you get more inventory.
But having a way to track and easily find what you do have is going to be really important later when you're making multiple sales a day.
So now that we've got something listed to eBay, let's now cross-list it to get it in front of as many eyeballs as possible to increase the chances of that item selling quicker. Also, if you're not interested in cross-listing your items to different platforms, go ahead and skip the next video.